Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? My name is Reshma. Let's have some fun time together learning mathematics. How you all have been spending time these days? Have you been speaking to your friends and family? Did you learn to ride a bicycle? Are you doing paintings or crafts? Have you ever noticed whatever we do in our daily lives involves some kind of math in it, like numbers, shapes, time, and money? So let's have a look at these basic concepts in mathematics. Let's start with numbers. The way we use or express numbers is called a number system. Usually, we use the numbers from 0 to 9. There are 10 numbers, and so we say the number system we use is a number system with base 10. It is called the decimal number system. The word deci means 10 and hence the name. The number line. The number line is a straight line where all the numbers are marked at regular intervals or segments. There is 0 at the origin and all the numbers which are greater than 0 are marked towards the right of it. All the numbers which are less than 0 are marked towards the left of it. The numbers greater than 0 are called positive numbers and all the numbers which are less than 0 are called negative numbers. On the number line, as you move towards the right, the numbers increases and as you move towards the left, the number decreases. We can use the number line to add, subtract, multiply or divide numbers. The numbers which end in either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 are even numbers. We can divide them into equal groups of 2 each. So we can say all the even numbers will be multiples of 2. The smallest even number be 0. The numbers which end in either 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9 are odd numbers. We cannot divide them into groups of 2 each. There will always be one remaining. Prime numbers. Prime numbers are those which we get by multiplying the number itself by 1. For example, the number 2 is 2 times 1. We cannot get 2 by multiplying any other number. So the only factors for the number 2 are 2 itself and 1. Composite numbers are those which we get by multiplying other numbers as well. For example, 6 is either 2 times 3 or 6 times 1. So we say the factors for 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. In the case of prime number, there will always be only 2 factors, the number itself and number 1. If ever we want to check if the value of a number is greater than, less than or equal to some other number, we use the greater than symbol or less than symbol or equal to or unequal to. Look at these examples given here. The first number is greater than the second one. So we use the greater than symbol here and the symbol will always open towards the bigger number. The second case is that of fractions. The fraction 5 by 10 and the fraction 9 by 10 have the same denominators. So we need to compare only the numerators. Since 5 is less than 9, we can write the fraction 5 by 10 is less than 9 by 10. Third is the case where both the numbers are equal to each other. So we use the equal to symbol. And the last one, we read it as 79 not equal to 89. If a set of numbers are arranged from the smallest one to the biggest one, it's called the ascending order. You're going from small to big. We use the less than symbol here because the first number will be the smallest one and the last one will be the largest one. So in this example, the number 61 is the smallest one. As we move towards the right, the numbers increases. So in this case, the first number less than the second one, less than the third one. If a set of numbers are arranged from the biggest to the smallest, it's called the descending order. In this case, the largest number is written first, and as we move towards the right, the numbers decreases. We use the greater than symbol in this case because the first number will be the largest one. So the first number greater than the second one, greater than the third one, like that. As a homework, all of you, please revise the multiplication tables of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. Now let's watch a video together.
Here we have the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. We will be using these symbols to compare numbers. Here we have two groups of ones blocks. We need to compare these groups of blocks. The first thing we need to do is count how many is in each group. We start on the left and we can see that there are 4 blocks. And on the right side, we have 10 blocks. We need to use one of the 3 symbols to compare these two groups. I like to think of this symbol as a big mouth that is always hungry. It wants to eat the biggest amount, so the open side should always face toward the biggest number. One thing that helps me is to remember that just like reading a book, we start on the left. Knowing this will help us remember if it is greater than or less than. Okay, so we have 4 on the left and 10 on the right. The symbol's mouth will open to the larger number. Which number is larger? The 10 is larger, so the mouth opens to the 10. If we were to read this, we would say 4 is less than 10. Let's look at another problem. Here we have 8 blocks on the left and 6 blocks on the right. The open mouth faces toward the bigger number. So which is bigger? The 8 is bigger, so the mouth opens toward the 8. Now to read this sentence, we start from the left and say 8 is greater than 6. Great job, guys! All right, now we can move into some bigger numbers. Okay, let's compare these numbers and see which symbol to use. Here we have the number 452 and the number 425. To help me compare, I am going to put the numbers on top of each other. I will put the number on the left on top and the number on the right on the bottom. Now that we have them lined up, let's compare them using our knowledge of place value. We start with the biggest value first, which is the hundreds place. In the hundreds place, both numbers have 400, so the hundreds are the same. Let's move on to the tens place. In the tens place, in the top number we have 50, and in the number below we have 20. Which number is greater, 50 or 20? The 50 is greater, so right away we know that 452 is a bigger number. This symbol wants to eat the larger number, so which number will it want to eat? Right, 452. If we were to read this statement, we would start from the left and say 452 is greater than 425. Awesome job, guys, you're doing great. Here we have another set of numbers to compare. On the left, we have 694, and on the right, we have 697. Can you tell me which number is bigger? Well, my initial thought is that they look almost the same, but let's compare them like we did before. Let's start in the hundreds place. Both numbers have 600 in the hundreds place, so the hundreds are the same. Now if we look at the tens place, we see that they both have 90 in the tens place. Now we look at the ones place, and the number on top has 4 ones, and the number on bottom has 7 ones. We know that 7 is the greater number. 697 is greater than 694. Now we need to face the mouth towards the greater number, which is 697. Now, can you guys read this statement for me? Correct. 694 is less than 697. Great job again.
That's all for the day. I hope all the concepts are clear for you now. We'll meet in the next class. Until then, thank you.